Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. Today we're going to do a real quick pickle recipe. We're getting inundated with cucumbers out of our garden this year. And we've made quite a bit of dill sour pickles. You can check link in the description below. And we're going to try to make some sweet pickles this time. And we'll see how these turn out. This is my first time doing this recipe. All right, first thing I want to do, I've got 5 pretty good sized pickling cucumbers. We're going to make slices with these pickles, and I think I'm going to do, this is a quart jar. I'm just using a leftover, I guess it was a sauerkraut jar. Slice them, to the thickness that you like of what you get at the store. I'm going to do mine maybe an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. And I'm going to start with the smaller pickles, or the smaller cucumbers, to hopefully fill it up, the jar, so we don't have to use these real big ones. So what I'm going to do with these pickles, I've done two cucumbers. I've got a bowl of ice. We're going to put these cucumbers in the ice. So what I'm going to do is put in another layer of ice on top. You could just leave this sit out for a couple hours. I'm going to put mine in the refrigerator just so that the ice lasts longer. So what that ice is going to do is it'll make the pickles stay really nice and crispy. All right, we'll let them just sit in there for 2 hours. In the meantime, we can get our juices ready to go. Our cucumbers on ice have been in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, so we're going to get ready here for the liquid that we're going to use. I'm just going to put the heat on a pretty low, because all I want to do is kind of heat this up and get the spices to mix in good. And I'm going to use 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. And I'm using one of these pots. This is a little big, but it's got a little spout, so it'll be easy to pour. That's why I'm using such a bigger pot. We'll put in 1 teaspoon of mustard seed, 1 teaspoon of celery seed, and 1/2 cup of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of uniodized salt. If you see, there's nothing on here that says iodine or iodized. So like I said, I got this on a pretty low. All I want to do is get that sugar melted. We may bring it up to a simmer just to get the celery seed and the mustard seed to release some of its flavors. So we're just going to do this for maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I brought this up to a simmer and I just turned it off. I'm going to let it just sit there and keep in the flavors for a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to put in a couple of slices of onion in this jar as well. Let's go ahead and put the onions in the jar. Just going to slice them in half. And what the heck, we're going to put in a couple of little slices of ginger, fresh ginger. All right, let's get our cucumbers out of the refrigerator. I'm going to put them in the strainer, the colander, just to make sure there's no water in. All right, I got quite a bit of the ice out. So all we're going to do is pack this jar full of the cucumbers. And really pack them in really tight. Get one more in there, maybe. Yeah. All right. Now, we'll give this a good little last stir. For our juice. Top off the jar with a little bit of vinegar and or water. Just make sure that all the cucumbers are totally covered. There we have it. I'm going to put the lid on here. Now these are refrigerator pickles. They're not canned. We don't go through the water bath and everything. So they'll need to be kept in the refrigerator. I've got a little bit of cucumbers left. I think I might make another little batch, put it in a little, maybe a jelly jar. Well, that's it. Pretty easy, especially if you're growing cucumbers, they all come in at the same time. And this is just something a little extra to do with them. I'm going to leave them in the refrigerator for about a week. All right, it's only been about 4 days, and I was anxious to try these pickles. I've already opened them, but what was really nice about this is when I did open it, it popped. You could hear it. It was definitely a really nice seal on this jar. So if you make a few quarts of these, put them in the refrigerator, they're going to last quite a long time. I guess because of the hot juice we poured in there, made a really good seal. All right, so let's try one of these. Whoops. Looks really nice. Wow, I don't know if you could hear that. Really nice crunch. Just enough sugar in there for me. That sugar and the vinegar kind of balance each other out. Yeah, really good, really fresh. Not like the syrupy things you buy in the store. Very simple to make. Love them. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Ed Foodie right over there. And thank you so much for watching.